Hey, there we go. I actually got this thing going. If you can hear me, guys, please leave something in the comments. If my microphone's being weird, just let me know. Um, but I think I got this thing at least working now. I don't know why YouTube is screwing me so much. Trying to get this stuff up and running here. Get this going. But anyway, back to inking my Paladin comic. Finish panel 1 here so I can get to a fun one. Panel 2. For some reason, the first stream said it was live but didn't appear to actually get anywhere. Okay. Every now and then I gotta zoom out and remember that not all of this is even gonna be visible. Otherwise I have this bad habit of adding way too many details. Okay. Zoom out here. Hey, what's happening? Yeah, the shop has been crazy busy. We are. I'm booking into like September right now, which no complaints there. It's nice to have plenty of stuff to work on, but it's been busy. I'm actually probably need to work on my back here. Been really poor ergonomics lately. Yeah, thank you. I gotta get back to posting both artwork for the shop and for all of these projects here. I want to get more going with this YouTube, but I've just haven't had too much of the time. That's why I'm trying to get these streams going. But yeah, swing in the shop sometime. We can set up some time. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit of a wait before I can get people in there, but it's worth jumping in sooner than later. It's only going to get crazier. Turns out, if you lock people up for like a few months, all they want to do is get out and do things. So set up time for tattoos, and turns out it's not the worst thing business wise. Well, I mean, other than not making money for that 4 months ahead of time. Okay. Okay. That done. Let's make a new layer. Call that panels. Brittany, yeah, I'm going to be adding the color. I haven't decided exactly how to go about that yet. I'm either going to be coloring it like, I kind of want to go like old school comic book a little bit. Like either very flat colors or I'll do it very painterly color like I did in the cover itself. Um, which you can check out that whole video I did not too long ago. Um, in the cover I did it very painterly, so it has like a lot of detail going on, but that would take a lot longer, so I'm definitely going to be flattening it out first, so that way it just makes my life a lot easier. But yes, that is the plan. I'm too much of a fan of color to leave it just line work, or even black and gray, even though black and gray is really cool and old school comic books are all like black and gray, so it would make sense, but I feel like I'm a fool for color. Plus, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a 5-year-old at heart, so I feel like I always want to just treat things like a coloring book. So essentially, what I'm doing is giving myself a coloring book to play with. So it will be happening. Okay, so time for panel 2. Probably end up going back in. Now 2 lines. I started this YouTube specifically for this project right here, because while quarantine was going on, it was really hard for me to stay focused on any one project. I just ended up playing way too many video games and not really like accomplishing anything, or at least I did nothing that I could say that I had done. I was doing like paintings and stuff too, but I wasn't like sharing it or had like any accountability for it. So I specifically started up the YouTube to help me finish projects like this. Okay. Yeah, and this comic I actually started, I think, the second week into the quarantine. It was the best way to get me away from the Xbox. Which, you know, playing video games is all well and good, but I just felt like I was trapped and I needed an outlet. And plus, I've started up a bunch of stories, short stories and comics before, and this was I came up with a really cool idea for this. So basically, it's going to end up being like a 2-part comic, 2 little short stories, kind of like old school grindhouse movies. And this one's going to be about 10 pages long. Well, like 8 to 10 pages, something like that. And the second comic book is going to be it's like 6 or 8 or something like that. So both of them together will make the comic about around that 20-page mark. I might even do another little third short story just for filling out the pages to go more towards that traditional like 30-page comic. Just because I didn't have any real plans to try to print this, but at the same time, if there's people who are interested and want to get a copy, then I would be down to do it. It just costs money. I just got to come up with the funds. That's the other reason why this YouTube kind of made sense, is because if it does get to a point where I meet the requirements for the YouTube like AdSense and stuff, then realistically it could help pay for all these little short hobbies, because I make enough money at my job to survive off of, but it'd be really cool to have more options for other projects like comics and all the side things I like to do. Yeah, so this one specifically, as of right now, I have 8 pages to ink up and work on, Brittany. as of right now. I didn't quite finish all the pencils yet. I have the story itself is figured out. It's just actually figuring out the last couple pages, and I just haven't had the time to work on them just yet. So that's why I got a little antsy and decided to start up the inking, and I needed some extra videos to post on YouTube. So the cool part about streaming is that's kind of a part of it, because I upload them afterwards. Okay. Well, that's definitely cool. I'm glad to know that people are interested. It just comes down to that funding. The cool part is I could do like a really cool limited run or something, and uh, who knows? Maybe I'll come up with some sort of I don't know. Down the line, I'd like to do some sort of like little prizes and stuff for hanging out and joining streams and stuff. So it'd be kind of cool to come up with things like that, even if it was like comic books. I plan on posting some stickers and things down the line too. So there's a bunch of little mini things I could do. Trying to come up with a bunch of different ideas. So I am more than down for any idea that people help me come up with, because just figuring out what people are interested in, so it's not just blowing holes in my pocket for no reason. But I'm having a lot of fun with all these options. Actually, that being said, I will be upping the quality of my streaming and my videos soon. I just ordered a new camera, so get to play with that soon. I gotta actually talk to Coop about getting some signal noise music in the background here, so that way we can actually have some tunes while we're working on projects. That being said, if anybody else is drawing and chilling while we're playing, I would love to see what people are working on for projects. Feel free to tag them, tag me in them, and send me them on Facebook so I can see what's going on. I'm curious how other people are handling like life quarantine stuff, and what content you're soaking up / producing. It's fun. Okay, got that. Let's bring some texture back up. There we go. Okay. Get some. Making sure every once in a while that I'm on the appropriate layer. There's nothing worse than that. I have that bad habit of getting excited and just inking without thinking, which generally makes me have to restart things, but try not to do that while streaming. Okay. I love that I give myself all sorts of challenges. I'm like, oh, wouldn't it be fun to make the one character I'm drawing a whole bunch have all this facial hair, all these individual lines everywhere. He initially had a bunch of like scars and stuff, but I quickly was like, oh, that's gonna get tiring. So I got rid of that. I still might end up adding those back in when I get to the color, but I haven't quite decided on that kind of stuff just yet. buy myself a couple seconds of sanity by not doing any of this hair or facial hair or otherwise. Let's get some of this armor outlined. Some arcing tools that Procreate allows. Honestly, those shape tools are the main reason why I chose to do Procreate instead of working in Photoshop. Initially, I wanted to use my new Huey on Canvas tablet for all of this, but I'm not gonna lie, I am a lot slower in Photoshop, and I want to, when streaming, not take way too long on all these projects. Gotta be cautious about some of the symbols on this though, because I did change a couple things. So in a second I'll have to look up the cover I did in the last video and make sure that I'm actually abiding by my new character design. See, I can just be super messy with the initial line and then just edit it. Best shape tool creation ever. Makes life a lot easier. Okay. Uh-oh, I'm doing it again. I'm moving the background too much. I have to be cautious of that. I don't want anyone getting like seasick while I work on these things. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. Let's grab my reference of the comic book cover here, just so I don't make a fool of myself and have to change everything that I'm working on right now for later, because, you know, that's really not good. Okay. So this is going to be a lot thinner. It doesn't go around the top. I keep that like that. We'll make this thinner. Oh, I did it again. Shouldn't have rotated. Okay, and then this middle bit. Okay. I gotta be careful. I'm listening to the Hamilton soundtrack, and I just end up wanting to sing it, but that's copyright stuff I gotta be careful of. it's just so good. The whole soundtrack is amazing. Okay. Okay. Back to the facial hair here. Let's get this going. So many lines. Okay. So I hope that my microphone's doing okay. I apologize ahead of time if there's a little bit of buzz or anything going on in there. I do have my air conditioner on the other room. Unfortunately, my office is on the inside portion of our building. I don't have a window over here, so it gets real warm. And for some reason, my door was closed all day while I was at work, so it was way too hot in here. So there's a little bit of a buzz, but if I turn my microphone down any lower, it's hard to hear any speaking. It's too quiet. But if you guys feel like my audio needs to be boosted or anything, just let me know. I can definitely pull it up. We can try lowering it, but I don't think that's a good idea. Last time that I streamed, my brother was on here, so he was at least able to message me back and forth to let me know how the mixing was. I can't really hear anything through OBS at the moment. I don't have any internal monitor setups for that just yet. I guess I could plug into my own YouTube and check from there. Okay, so let's put that there. And we will. Getting real close to the amount of, I'm trying to get that 100 followers, 100 subscribers. Getting there. At 75, I think, right now. Let's find out. Oh, we're at 77. We're getting there. Very close. Hey, Corey, thanks. Okay, so here, let me try lowering it down just a little bit, and we'll see if we can get rid of some of that buzz. Okay, how about... Ooh, actually. That's pretty good. As long as it's not too quiet. I can even probably pump it up just a little bit. Okay, cool. Yeah. And obviously once I get into actually editing it, I can remove all that stuff. I just couldn't do anything from here. What's up, brother? You came over to watch me go insane by adding so many freaking lines. I don't know why I torture myself with these character designs. Let's face it, it's because it's cool. Gotta have the... I mean, this is more than a 5 o'clock shadow for sure, but you gotta have, you know, the guy who's just, I'm too done with this shit, I ain't gonna shave, I'm just gonna go fight some fucking undead Lich King. You know, that's metal. Awesome, that worked? Good, I'm glad to hear that. Which is funny, that means that my microphone is officially, like, at, like, 15%. This microphone picks up everything. Which is pretty crazy for such a cheap mic. I've been pretty happy with it so far. I mean, it's not the most clean, but I didn't spend $200 , on it, so score! Maybe if I use this one for like 6 or 7 months, I can pick up an expensive one. When, I break down and decide I want to do a podcast or something too. Which, as me and Corey were talking about last time we were on the phone together, might not be super far into the future because there's just a lot of things we could do with that. Alright, remember to step back, take a look at this thing. Okay, at least the character design is doing well. I like the panel 1's looking pretty good. Panel 2, I'm liking it so far. I just have to not get stressed with all these lines. Okay. I'm really pushing towards the idea of animating this too. And not like animating it as like a little cartoon or anything, but I had this idea that I just can't get out of my head, and it might end up having to happen. But in Procreate, you can animate frames and pages and stuff, and I kind of want to animate these comic book pages. I mean, it would have to be after I set it up for print ready so I can do all that. But realistically, I can make digital files that have each of these panels animated. So realistically, you could open up the video of each page and it would have movements in each of the panels. And I just can't fight that as being a cool idea, and I've never seen anybody do that before. So, I don't know. I might have to do it. It would be very, very time consuming though, so we'll see how that goes. I think I should finish the comic book first, but I also really like animating, so okay. Hey Corey, did you end up watching Hamilton yet? I just want to know if you liked it. I know that you are a musical fan. I've watched it several times, and I'm already listening to it again. I was tempted to just actually put on the video in the background, but obviously I gotta watch out for getting like hit for copyright. Too new of a channel to want to get in trouble for anything yet. Okay, that doesn't look like too many excessive lines, so we'll stay away from that while we get a chance. Okay, back to the reference material. I wish that it would show me who's in the chat. Oh, there we go. Sweet, I can. Okay, so it's just me and Corey at the moment. That's cool, though. It says there's 3, though. Who's the mysterious person who's not named? That's good to know. Learning something new every time I stream. Yeah, I know, right? I'm glad that you liked it, man. It was an emotional experience for me and Sammy. I think that we've been listening to that soundtrack for so long now that it was everything we wanted it to be. And I can't really say that about a lot of things that I've been watching lately. So that's pretty exciting. Oh, Brittany's still here. Good. I don't know why it wasn't popping up. I just have the weirdest. Oh, there you are. Cool. Yeah, I just have the weirdest setup on this YouTube. You know, someday, I will figure out how all this streaming stuff works. It's kind of weird. Something new. Learning OBS too, but that's finally working perfectly. Other than making my computer freaking 900 degrees, which is a little bit scary. Okay, so I think, yeah, I cheated on my cover because I made this easier for myself, and I'm going to continue that by making this an oval. Okay. Heck yes. It was awesome. I'm actually halfway through the soundtrack as we speak. Like I said, I have a problem. I'm addicted to it. I mean, the filming was just so good. Oh, I know, right? Yeah, I with when it comes to Hamilton, it's just like I'm surprised that they managed to do such a good job of like live mixing and everything too, because they really put a lot of effort into that video. Okay. Uh-oh. Train's going by. The microphone picked it up too. Okay. Back to the reference material. Always go back to your reference material. Okay. Okay. Man, if we're lucky, we're cruising right now. Actually, I'm surprised Sammy didn't get back yet, but might even get into the third panel. Oh, I'm gonna have to implement a layer hack soon here for this chain. But we'll do everything else first. So let's try not to get you guys nauseous here and not zoom so much. So, Corey, speaking of fighting Lich Kings, are you prepared for tomorrow night? I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know if I am. We shall see. To clarify, me and Corey and Jordan have a D&D game going on with all of our friends, and it's getting intense. to say the least. Oh, I did it again. I didn't listen to my own warning. Sorry, guys. I will get good at it eventually. I'm just so much faster when I can zoom a whole bunch. Okay. Reference work. Oh, ooh. Yeah, no, same. I was trying to hold back a bunch. Like, if you notice, I didn't really do any divine smites because, man, I wanted to save them for what is probably going to be much more important. At least I would assume so. I hope that we're all on our A game. Yes. That's a good call because you know it's going to be happening. I hate how and you know, this is not real hate obviously, but that wonderful question that I always have to throw at Jordan, which is is this a charm? It's never a charm. I feel like I had an advantage with my character being able to avoid being charmed. And so far it's done nothing for me. I'm also kind of wishing that I was smart enough to take Counterspell because I feel like that would be very helpful for us. And I didn't do that or take Message. Yeah, basically I regret not taking a lot of things. Okay. Oops. Accidentally changed color on it. Don't mind me with my bad habits. Okay. Oh yeah, you just blew my mind. I completely forgot about Ravon. That's gonna be rough. I mean, I hope that Menon notices it first because I feel like my character's first thought process would be to just start beating him into submission. Because, you know, let's face it, Xerxene's not the smartest when it comes to that sort of thing, so I hope that one of our brighter characters figures that out. Okay. How high did that strike? Okay, cool. It's much lower. Okay, so we're going to put this here. Doing it again with all these crazy little line details. And I'm not even putting in the shadows or anything yet for lighting, so I'm just making things tricky on myself, as I usually do. Okay. We should play a game called How Many Times Does Taylor Slip Up and Start Singing Hamilton tracks while he's streaming, because I've counted like 3 or 4 times where I all of a sudden start just not being able to control myself and start singing Hamilton songs. I haven't like broken out in full-on song yet, but certain lyrics just kick into me. Yeah, Corey, is mind control a charm? I thought it was, but it turns out apparently I'm not. Well, I mean, obviously, Jordan's the DM, so he can use whatever rules he wants anyway. I'm not gonna fight that ever. Hey, Harmony! You know, I always want to just sing, but I don't want to be copyrighted when I've just started my streaming experience. Ooh, got a fly in my office. That's always fun. Who knows? Maybe at some point I'll do a stream that's all about singing Hamilton stuff because I do have guitars and things lying around, and I've been working on a couple of them. Specifically, I've been working on every song that the King has sang because they're all amazing. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I might be in the clear then. So we might just have a whole episode of D&D where my where my character's just hitting all of you guys, hoping that will stop you guys from being charmed. Because I don't know if I have any counter stuff against it other than like one or two casts of I don't know, like lesser restoration maybe, but that's probably the only thing that I could use. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see who's in here. Alright. Cruising so far. Almost got panel 2 lined up. Oh, need to look at the reference again. Oh, well, I didn't set up command, Corey. And we didn't have time to take any sort of short rest. You're not wrong. I could have set that up, but well, actually, wait. I'd have to look into it. I might have set up command, though, just because I thought I could buy ourselves some time. I didn't think it would actually be useful, though, against such an enemy. Okay, let's make my life easier. We're going to start up a new layer and see if we can shrink that down, edit it so I can get this holy symbol looking right. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Uh-oh, I'm in the 10 dual commandments now. This is if there was a time for me to screw up and start verbally singing again, this is one of them. That and right hand man, obviously, because that's just kind of fall for that every time. Man, my chair. I really need to invest in a new one. Okay, I screwed up already. Yeah, yeah, that probably should work. True, because I guess I could command somebody to snap out of something. That's pretty cool. I never thought of it that way. See, that's what makes D&D so fun. Oh, One of the guys next door at the vape shop was telling me of a magic item that their DM had created, and I like it. And I got to tell Jordan about this one. I don't think that he necessarily has to throw it in our game, but it's something that he should keep in the background of his mindset here, just in case he wants to play with something fun. Basically, he made a spell that, or no, a ring rather, a magical item ring that he is allowed to change one letter of every spell that he uses, and then the DM has to come up with what it now does. So you basically just work around one letter and change it. It's pretty fun. It really messes with the gameplay. He was coming up with some really out of things. It just entices people to think outside the box and try to figure out what a spell could possibly mean. It was a really cool idea. I'll have to explain it a little better when we're in game at some point, but it was super cool. Yeah, Right Hand Man is literally my favorite song from Hamilton, by the way. That one and Message from the King Part 1. I play Right Hand Man and, well, Right Hand Man and... what's the or actually I'm almost there anyway. Let me just click on my iTunes. Right Hand Man and Battle of Yorktown are the two songs that I play while I'm playing pool at Skip's Lounge literally regularly. I love them. But basically every song's amazing. True. No bad songs. Can't be disappointed. Also, it even though it wasn't my favorite song initially going into it, and it's not a bad song by any means, but Hurricane was one of those songs that like I didn't fully appreciate until I watched them perform that live, because the choreography of the stage crew moving around the chairs and stuff is just mind-blowingly good. I can't stress enough how awesome that is. Okay. Let's see here. Get this. I don't know why I kept drawing that. You can't even see anything past here. Okay, cool. That being said, let's lower the density of this. Go back to panel 2. Yes, Satisfied is amazing. Her voice is just incredible. Love it. That's it. At some point we'll just have to have a Hamilton live stream where it's just rocking out Hamilton songs. That's what I'll do. I'll do a whole a Hamilton review stream where it's just gushing about how awesome Lin-Manuel Miranda is and everybody else. Okay. Back to source material. Yeah, isn't it amazing, Harmony, that it's so gorgeous. It really is. Like not only that, I didn't even notice it the first time that I watched Hamilton, but I watched a bunch of other people talking about it and reviewing it in their like podcasts and stuff. And apparently, if you pay attention throughout the entirety of Hamilton, he is constantly being chased down by the bullet. I can't remember the actress's name, but she is the one who does the slow motion bullet shot in the final duel. And if you pay attention to her throughout the rest of the show, there are several times that the bullet swings by him, like in Battle of Yorktown when he finally gains command, and even when they're doing the quick segment about the cannons in New York, she's constantly throughout the whole show foreshadowing him getting shot, and it's incredible. It's so cool once you finally realize that, because then you have a whole nother reason to rewatch Hamilton again, just so that you can follow her in the background, because there's so much chaos going on, or not chaos, but just all the choreography involved, that you just completely miss something like that. It's super cool. And also, it changes just the entirety of the story. Okay. Well, it doesn't change the story. It just adds to it, I guess. But okay, got that. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, it's so good. Oh, I screwed up. Erasers are important to use when you actually need to erase, not just keep drawing there. I'm actually impressed that Sammy has managed to keep Brady out for such a long hike so far. She took him to go swimming out on Horton. So Brady got to go outside and go swimming. Oh, yeah. No, agreed. Agreed, Corey. Oh, Harmony, I saw that you had pointed that online, and I liked it because I told you that was one of my favorites. I will always watch any Nick Cage movie that I can. If you enjoyed that experience, there's a you can download Shudder right now, and I haven't got a chance to watch the whole thing yet, but I watched like the first 15 minutes of the movie Blood Machines. It's a band, I can't remember their name, but it's some like instrumental band that does like kind of Muse style techno-y dance kind of tunes. They're kind of like they like heavy metal stuff too. They just recently made a video and or a music video that then turned into a short film that was put on Shudder called Blood Machines, and it's a pretty fucking awesome sci-fi, and I highly suggest checking it out. Especially if you enjoyed Mandy at all. But how'd you enjoy that scene though? I was talking to you about when we were at the shop. I didn't want to spoil it, but I told you there was going to be a classic Nick Cage scene of him just like blatantly screaming, but it's like amazing for some reason why you see so much of his like acting poured out in that one screaming at himself in the bathroom scene. I love that movie though. It's definitely takes a little bit of time to process fully. I've seen it several times now. I'm not gonna lie. It's a great background movie. The soundtrack is incredible. Corey, you should check that one out too. I think you'll like it. If you want to watch it, just let me know. I'll give you my voodoo. Because it's worth it. Oh, okay, so now I need to blend these back. Oh, come on. I hate it when it decides to rename things for me. There we go. Yeah, Harmony, it's pretty cool, especially because you can get like a 10-day free trial of Shudder if you haven't used it yet. And it's just a good excuse for a music video, basically. It's a movie that's basically just a music video. It's just more weird, cool visual stuff. It's very much a like trying to do the 80s themes thing. It's like all of the Muse's most recent music videos. The very grindhousey sort of vibe. Okay. Uh-oh, I'm on the Battle of Yorktown. I might break as soon as Hercules Mulligan shows up. Yeah, I told you. That scene. Okay. So I gotta get the chain. Rochambeau! Okay. Need another layer. Let's lower the opacity of this one. We had a spy on the inside. That's right, Hercules Mulligan. Yep, okay, that's it. Gotta stop before I get dinged. Not that I'm making any money on my YouTube yet, but I'd like to someday. Nope. I'm also glad that Sammy's not home, because if she heard me even remotely say one or two lines from any Hamilton song, she'll just start singing all of it, and then my stream would be in trouble of copyright fraud. I don't want to get a ding before I can start making any sort of, like gain followers or anything. If I can't gain followers, if I get dinged for it. Okay, so now that layer is the one that I can lighten, we can darken this one again and tediously go through and make this look like a chain. Okay. Yeah, Corey, I do think that you'll like. You would like Mandy. It's definitely out there and weird, but you should definitely check it out. It's Nick Cage. You really can't go wrong with Nick Cage. I mean, if you either love Nick Cage or you hate it. That's all you need. Okay. Okay, let's do over here first, I guess. Nope, wrong layer. Remember to do that. Also have to remember to try to stay in camera frame a little bit instead of dropping down the whole time. Okay. Yeah, I thought about doing that with videos before too. I suppose that I could potentially even do that in like a stream. If I did have like a guitar or a ukulele out or something, then I could just say, "Oh, it's my own version. It's my tribute." Uh-oh. I think they came home, so it might not be yet, but as soon as Sammy gets home, I have to hang out with the pup and have dinner, so she should text me before coming home. We'll see. We didn't talk about it beforehand. France and with Spain. Oh, I did it again. Da, 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 da. Okay. Well, these aren't the best lines on this chain. I'll have to get picky with those later. Okay. Good. My client from earlier today and thoroughly loved her tattoo, which is awesome. I'd like to hear that. Already thinking on the second one. See, that's always how it works with new tattoos. Oh no. Hey Corey, I completely understand. Thanks for jumping in again, though. We'll have to get Corey, you and Jordan on a Discord next time. If I could ever get an actual like an actual schedule going, we could plan on something like this. But I think it would be fun to have some people to chat with. I mean, obviously, I'd be down with anyone who wants to jump in. Right now, it's pretty easy if I'm just going to be chilling with a few people at a time, which I think is awesome. That's honestly what I wanted with this anyway. But I would absolutely love to be able to jump in and just chat with some people. But I understand if you gots to go. Oh, that doesn't look that good. It does. Let's keep it cleaner because this is supposed to be like a gem. Okay. Okay. Looks like actually, other than adding some unnecessary shading, which I could easily do, I think I'm going to hold off on it for now. I got this panel more or less done. I say, which I'm not going to do, and then I proceed to do it. I don't know why I'm broken like that, but apparently I am. Alright, bro. You just let me know. Well, I'll give you guys a call next time I'm going to be doing a stream. We'll plan on it ahead of time. Find a day where both of you guys are available, and we'll just chill. Or you know, if you're available and you ever want to, just let me know. You could always just let me know when to sign into Discord. But it'd be kind of fun. Maybe I should set up a Discord channel specifically for my streaming. That way people could jump in and out. We could hang out, answer questions, and chill. I think that would be very fun. It definitely is helping me feel inspired enough to keep working on these projects, which is the whole point of what I wanted to do with this channel. Okay, so I think this was the brush I was using for my panels. Sorry about the zooming, guys. I got to do it for this particular spot. Oh, come on. Why is this being stupid? I might have to redo all of these panel lines. Mostly because I didn't quite come up with a brush just for them yet. And because of that, I'll inevitably change my mind. At some point. Okay. Let's clean up some things. Oh no. Remember to lift the brush every once in a while so I don't have to keep redoing everything. Oh, with Keanu Reeves, kind of. It looks very John Wick, and honestly, that's not a bad description of like this story. Actually, when you break it all down, it's kind of just a what if John Wick, but with a sword, kinda. Just a Paladin story, but I approve of that very much. So, that's awesome. See, your kid sees all the cool movies, got great taste. Great taste, Harmony. I approve. You are raising him right. Okay. Look at that whole thing so far. Just for fun, let's blank out the lines and we'll take a look at that just as line work. Yeah, that's not looking bad at all so far anyway. We're getting there. I'm not gonna lie, I'm already at the point and I'm gotta try to hold off. I gotta ink the whole comic before I get to coloring, but I really just want to color it, as is the child in me. I'm consistently just doing that. Okay, let's clean up a couple extra lines real quick here. And my Sammy's not home yet with the puppy, but I feel like they'll be getting here pretty soon. But we can always get the panel lines on panel 2. And I can start it up anyway. Oh! With John Wick, that's awesome. I think he could totally do it. You gotta get him a good little 3-piece suit, though. Thank you, Harmony. I'm getting there. I'm super happy with it. Man, if you guys dress him up as John Wick, though, you need to send me pictures, because that's so cool. I wish that if I was smart enough, I would have grown out my hair to do that exact same thing, because that's by far the coolest costume. Okay. Thank you. I can't wait to see it. That's so good. Oh, Apple Pencil being silly on that. Uh-oh. I just remembered that there's a wonderful tool that I keep ignoring, which is that if you tap an extra finger down while you're drawing a line, it makes it perfectly horizontal. I need to remember those little tricks because they're perfect. They do all the work. Oh, except none of that matters because I have to undo everything I just did. Once again, gotta check your layers. But now that I remember that, uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Cool. Okay, let's set up a new one. New layer. Rename that. Oh, come on, keyboard. Oh, my iPad is not handling this well. It might need to be time for a break anyway. Okay, don't mind me real quick. I gotta back out, wipe out that project. I had Procreate crashing on me, so we're gonna jump back in here. I bet you anything, it'll work just fine now. My iPad is getting old. Can't quite afford a new one just yet. That might be a bit. But we'll get there. Okay. I think that where my iPad is having its day, we got panel 2 done. I think that I heard the door crack open over there, so Sammy's going to be here in just a minute. I think I'm going to call it for tonight. But Harmony, thanks for joining in, and anyone else who might be in the sneaky views here, it's hard to tell sometimes. But thank you for joining me for the live stream and hanging out while I got to get some of this page done up. I think that the next stream is going to be a little bit of a longer one. Sammy's going to be working the next few days, so on I think Thursday, I am going to be trying to finish up the rest of this page. So I'll probably give like an hour and a half, 2 hours into that, and who knows, maybe we'll even start up the second one. So feel free to join me then, and thanks for hanging out with me. Anyway, you guys have yourself a lovely night. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.